Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Faith Talk with Chandra Thomas right here on Spreaker. You can listen to Faith Talk with Chandra Thomas on Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcast, Podcast Addict, and anywhere where you can listen to podcasts. And just search for Faith Talk with Chandra Thomas. Let's get started with the show. Tonight, I want to talk about having quiet time. And everybody needs it, right? Including myself. Every once in a while, I need to shut down my brain. And what I mean by shutting down my brain is getting all the negativity out. And by doing so, I listen to quiet music. And I use meditation as a way of relaxing my body and my soul. And furthermore, I can free myself from myself sometimes. Don't we all need quiet time? If little children in preschool can get quiet time, so should we. I mean, who doesn't like to be quiet? Who doesn't like to be subtle? We've had some rain today. And that pretty much keeps everyone in the house, right? Quiet time. Quiet time is actually a happy place. Quiet time is the most settled as you can get. Quiet time is where you want to be alone, get away from the world. Don't take any phone calls, don't watch any social media, don't watch any news. Quiet time. Quiet time is a virtue for anybody. If I had some meditation music, I want us to practice that quiet time. If I had some meditation music, if I had a short screen, if y'all can see me on YouTube or anywhere, we could definitely be practicing quiet time. And I'm a little loud tonight. But I'm trying to practice quiet time. You see, oftentimes when I do a podcast, I ramble a lot. That's because I let nervousness get the best of me. That's why I'm on this show tonight to talk about quiet time, because that's what I need to practice. Is quiet time. I'm telling everyone to practice quiet time, and I'm telling myself to practice quiet time. Quiet time is slowing down, whether you're coming from work or not. Quiet time is when you slow down. It's when you breathe. All the positive air, not negative air. But just breathe. Just relax. Get yourself some quiet time. Because guess what? You deserve every minute of it. I deserve every minute of it. You know, when you was a kid, you loved shaking your mama's knee, begging her, "Mama, I want this. Mama, I want that. Daddy, take me outside. Daddy, do this, do that, Granny." Do you think they needed quiet time? Let's be honest. What goes through a parent's mind when they need quiet time, right? Sometimes they just want to run, find some quiet place to be, find a hall closet, an empty bedroom, an empty bathroom, even a kitchen with a door in it. Just want to lock it and have as much quiet time as possible, even if it's a short 5 minutes. Let's be honest, y'all. If you're a parent, you understand. For my mother, I know she needed quiet time sometimes when we were little. What about you? What about me? Have you ever experienced quiet time? I need to quiet my head sometimes. Let's admit it. We hadn't had a peaceful night's sleep in a very long time since this pandemic. Can we just be honest for a minute? Can we just be honest for a minute? When was the last time you got yourself some quiet time? Quiet time, people. Quiet time is key. Quiet time is extremely important. Most importantly, you better have your quiet time with God. Turn you on some slow meditation music. It has to be Christian. It has to be godly music, though. And get into some meditation music. Quiet time. It's a virtue. Quiet time benefits you. Quiet time. Even I need it. Everybody needs it. Let's practice some quiet time, shall we? Let's practice quiet time by turning on some quiet music. You know, my favorite scripture is 1 Peter 5:7, casting all your cares upon him, for he cares for you. You know that's my scripture, right? 1 Peter 5:7. Casting all your care upon him, for he cares for you. Even Jesus need quiet time. I was initially going to talk about God before us, but quiet time has been cooking in my mind, so I want to talk about that tonight, is having quiet time. But we're going to definitely talk about God before us tomorrow. But right now, I just want to get into quiet time because we never, ever had quiet time in our lives. We'll get to God before us tomorrow. And we're going to really dive into scripture and dive in to Jesus and his disciples. But who doesn't want quiet time besides me? Besides anybody else around you? Besides yourself? Who doesn't need quiet time? Who doesn't want any kind of negativity fall in their ears? Sometimes we need quiet time from the news. I said it from the beginning, sometimes we need quiet time from social media. Sometimes we need quiet time away from all the gossip you've been hearing, whether from work, from your own church, or from your neighborhood. There's a lot of gossiping people, but they don't give you quiet time. Sometimes you just got to shut people off just to invest in your peace. I say it again. Sometimes you have to shut people off to invest in your peace. Invest in your peace. I wish I could stay longer to talk about having quiet time, but I have to go so I can get my own quiet time. I may record another podcast again. But I want to thank everyone for listening to Faith Talk with Chandra Thomas. And if you enjoy listening to this podcast, let me say it again a better way. If you enjoy listening to this podcast, Faith Talk with Chandra Thomas, you can click subscribe. Give me a 5-star review. That would encourage me to do more podcasts like this. You can listen to me on Spreaker. You can listen to me on Apple. You can listen to me on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Podcast Addict, Deezer, even Google Podcasts. And just search for Faith Talk with Chandra Thomas. And we will talk again tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to talk about God before us. And may you have a blessed and wonderful, quiet day. Stay safe. Stay at home. Wash your hands. And be blessed and have a wonderful day.